Okay, hello. This is Big Apple Baseball. We're going to be doing a podcast today
Oh,
about the Yankees. What'd you say, Dan? This is my co-host Dan. This is our first run, so it might not be totally crisp. So Big Apple Baseball, and we're going to be talking about the Yankees and Mets today. So Daniel, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to finally start this podcast that we've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, me too. All right, so what do you? Anything you want to jump into in particular? We could talk about some stuff.
We
How
all
about?
know, we all know we have to jump into first.
Oh yeah, the no hitter. So Corey Kluber pitched a no hitter on I believe it was Thursday night. So he threw a no hitter and first no hitter since David Cohn in 1999, and pitched really well. And he just second time the Texas Rangers got no hit. And he pitched really well, and he's definitely rebounded this year. He got off to a slow start, but now he's picking it up, and he's second in ERA on the team now. So big win for this team, and now we go into the White Sox series. But what are your first takes on that? What I just said?
Yeah, well, the no hitter was amazing because I'm pretty sure the Yankees have been like such a dominant team throughout history. But if we're speaking historically, I'm pretty sure they've only had 11. That was the 11th no hitter in their history, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's the 11th. And it was pretty funny. The Rangers it was bobblehead night for Corey Kluber, even
though
funny. But overall, a good game. Defensively, they saved him in the last inning, the ninth inning. Tyler Wade made a good catch. But the Yankees need to get a little more offense. We're just winning with our pitching. Like yesterday, Domingo Germán pitched amazing. 7 innings with no runs, I'm pretty sure. So it was great.
Yeah, no, the pitching staff has been the best in the American League, one of the best in baseball, which is surprising strength for this team, this ball club. No, like you were saying with bobblehead day, that's funny because, Corey Kluber only pitched 1 inning for the Rangers last year. So they never got to do his bobblehead day. So, now they did that and, make some money on that because Rangers are at full capacity. So, but interesting stat too. Second time the Rangers have gotten no hit. They got no hit by Joe Musgrove a month or two ago. And then there were 2 other teams that got no hit twice. I believe it was the Mariners and Reds. So I think that's like 6 no hitters so far this year, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And then there was a no hitter the day before. Detroit Tigers pitcher Spencer Turnbull. So surprising trend of the no hitter, but he pitched well. And
I wonder if it has to do with anything or if it's just like random because it's supposed to be a little more rare.
Yeah, no, the record is 7 in a year. They're already at 6. So this is crazy. I've never seen it before. And I think part of it's due to just high strikeouts and low batting averages year in and year out. So pitchers aren't having as tough times getting outs because people aren't putting the ball in play as much. And also big because Garrett Cole started the first game of the series. He did not pitch that well. So also a big boost there.
I would have always thought that Garrett Cole would be the first one this year with the no-hitter. But Corey Kluber's getting back to his old self.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I believe Corey Kluber had like 6 strikeouts, so he didn't really rack up a lot of Ks, but he had the Rangers fooled all night. He just really mixed up his stuff good. He doesn't throw hard anymore and throws like 91, 92. So it just goes to show in this age where people are throwing hard that you don't need to throw hard to get guys out. If you have good stuff and you can go up and down and throughout the zone, you can get people out. And the Rangers aren't a good offensive team, but it still feels nice to have that done. So All right, so we'll talk about that. All right, so I think we're done talking about that. So let's go to the series as a whole. I think we scrapped 3 out of the 4 games, so it was a good series. We probably should have swept them, but at least we were able to take care of business yesterday afternoon. So what do you want to add anything? Series as a whole?
I think that the series as a whole, it's good momentum for the Yanks going into their next series. But I don't think we're going to have as much luck in the next series. I think we need to hit the ball more. Their hitting hasn't been, and especially in the Rangers series, they're hitting. I think one of the games it was pretty good, but the other games it was just we had amazing pitching. But I do like what I'm seeing from Aaron Judge, and I also like what I'm seeing from Clint Frazier. They're both hitting pretty well.
Yeah, they've definitely picked it up, especially Aaron Judge. He's picked it up, and I mean, we're going to need that. Stan's on the IL right now. Keeps getting hurt. So, but no, we're going this next series. We're playing the White Sox. They're a good team, first place. They're going to bring their A game. They got a good rotation. They have a powerful offense. So, but they have a retarded manager. But do you hear about that with their manager? They stupid.
That was crazy. I was confused with how the guy, his last name's Mercedes on the White Sox. He hit the home run.
Yeah.
I saw that the pitcher, it was like a 40-mile-per-hour pitch. Was that like on purpose or?
Yeah, because he can't throw. He's a position player, so they just lob it in there a lot.
Player? Oh, I didn't know.
But he was just he was just mad that he swung on a 3-0 and they were down like 15-4. But a lot of the good arguments were like, well, if you're throwing a position player in there, what does it matter that he swings 3-0? Who cares? You're beating the shit out of them. They're a major league team. They have to if they don't want to get clobbered still at that point, then throw in an actual pitcher. It's like it's just soft shit, So and then that guy got thrown out the next day, and then LaRusso was still backing up the Twins, and it's just really dumb shit. He's old school. He doesn't fit that team. The team's young and vibrant, and bad clubhouse scene right now. But all right, so let's go into the White Sox. So we got this White Sox series. We got Montgomery pitching tonight against fellow left-hander Carlos Rodon, and Montgomery's been all right this year. He's been up and down. His last start, he sucked. I don't know if you remember. It was Sunday against the O's. He went 3 innings, allowed 5 runs, shortest outing and most runs allowed this season. Mm-hmm. So he was absolute dog water. But before that start, he had put the 2 starts previous. He put together 2 quality starts to begin May. One of those was against the Rays, pitched, I think it was like 7 shutout innings. So what are we expecting tonight? Should we expect them to be pretty good, all right, or just like halfway decent?
To be honest, I'm kind of nervous because of all the bats on the White Sox, like Tim Anderson, Mercedes. There's a couple more. Basically, everyone on the roster can hit. They remind me a lot of the Yankees with like their hitting, even though we haven't been hitting well recently. But I don't know how he's going to do, but I'm hoping he does well. But if he gave up that many runs to the Orioles, who are pretty bad, I don't see him doing well tonight.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I think it's kind of a coin flip at this point. He's been one of the few Yankee starters who's been pretty uncertain and up and down with his starts. A lot of the other starters, Cole, Kluber, and Herman, have been a little bit more consistent. But and this guy Rondon, he's done good so far. He's 5-1, 1.47 ERA. which is good for him because last year he got banged up a little bit. He wasn't pitching too well. But at the end of the day, we're a heavy right-handed hitting team, and we have a lefty in there, so anything can happen, and we're home. So hopefully they can get the momentum going a little bit because then tomorrow we got Garrett Cole going. And then Tyone will finish out the series. So we'll see what happens. I hope it'll be a good game, but this is one of those series I don't expect to sweep. The White Sox are as good, if not better. So, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
All right, so we should probably go to the Mets now. So I'll talk about the Mets. So recently the Mets they took 2 out of 3 from Atlanta, and I believe now. Let me just double check. I think I don't know where they go now. They're in Miami tonight. That's right. So they took 2 or 3 of the Braves, who are supposed to be a good team this year, the Braves, but now they're not. But they have a little bit of a dilemma. Their starting catcher, James McCann, who they paid $40 million for the next 4 years, isn't hitting. And they have a backup catcher who is hitting and playing good defense, something McCann isn't doing. So now the Mets have to decide who gets more playing time. The manager announced last night that the backup catcher, Tomas Nido, is going to get more playing time, as he should. And it kind of reminds people of the Yankee situation. Kyle Higashioka's been playing more than Sanchez because Higgy is Cole's battery mate, and he's been playing better. So that's a situation going in the Mets' turn that is like the Yankee situation. The only difference is the Yankees aren't paying Sanchez or Higashioka $40 million for the next 4 years. So that's what they're doing right now. Jacob deGrom made a rehab start in Single A last night, and he struck out. Oh, it was freaking nuts! He struck out let me see. He pitched 3 innings and he struck out like 9 guys. So he struck out like everybody except like 1 or 2 guys he faced, which is insane. So he pushed and shoved. And it's Single A.
Yeah, do you wonder why he's not why they wouldn't, since he's like a superstar, why wouldn't they just put him back to?
Well, no, he got hurt. He got hurt. So he was doing a rehab start. They want him to just.
But you think normally they don't the rehab starts? I knew he was injured, but aren't they normally they just go to AAA? They don't go all the way back to Single A.
That's a good question. I mean, I think it just depends. I think it just depends where the teams are. That's a good question. Maybe the AAA team didn't. I don't know, honestly. Maybe the AAA team had a different schedule. Maybe they were off and they want him to pitch this day, or vice versa. So, so that's going on with them. And other than that, there's nothing really much. They're kind of like the Yankees, where they're just not hitting right now. They're like one of the worst hitting teams in baseball. But also they're injured a lot. They got Pete Alonso injured. They got deGrom. They got so much of their staff hurt, starting staff. They got 2 outfielders, McNeil and Conforto, hurt. So they're just banged up right now, and they're not hitting. Their pitching's been all right. Their bullpen's been all right. But and they're in first place, but they're in a weak NL East division. One of the weaker ones in baseball. Nobody's really doing well in that division. Almost everybody's at or below 500. So they're not having much of a tough time with that right now. So, for them, they should just go to Miami and shove. Just go to Miami and take care of business. Marlins aren't winning any games. So that's really where we're at right now.
I just want to quickly ask you your opinion on this is going a little off topic about the Mets. This is more about what happened with the no hitter of Corey Kluber.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Clayton Kershaw's comments?
No, when was this?
This was I saw this. I'm pretty sure this morning or last night. This wasn't just about Corey Kluber's, but you know how there's like there's been so many no hitters. Clayton Kershaw said this is like the summary of his quote, but basically like it's bad for baseball that there's so many. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, it depends what you define it as bad for baseball. I mean, you have a lot of people out there that love the pitching more than the hitting, and they'll say it's great for baseball. Then you have people that are upset about the offense, lack of production this year, one of the worst in the last 20 years, I'd say. And they don't like it because it means the hitters aren't hitting. You know, the Mariners have a batting average of like 190 something, 198. So it's bad. Nobody's hitting around the league, and that's why you're having these no hitters. So the way I think of it is, I'm kind of mixed about it. I like it, and then I don't. I like some parts. I don't like other parts. I would like their, you know, I think when you have 6 no hitters by May, when you usually get 7 at most in a year, I think it does degrade it a little bit for the guy that got it. So I think Corey Kluber's no hitter is lessened a little bit in this day and age. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to stop liking a no hitter. So it's tough. I don't know, but it's the way baseball is now. Guys don't want to put the ball in play anymore, and they'll rather take strikeouts and this and that. And when you're not doing that, you're limiting yourself more. So it's more bound to happen. It's just the way things are. So there's parts I like, parts I don't like. So I don't disagree with Kershaw there. But I think it's funny he says it as a pitcher because you think the stereotype is that they wouldn't really care. But so so what was I gonna say? I'm just gonna say something. So like looking ahead, I hope this Yankee team, the few things I gotta say is just they gotta start hitting. This is getting a little ridiculous how they're not. They won yesterday's game 2-0. I kind of just don't understand that how you win 2-0, and they're not scoring a lot of runs, and occasionally every night you have an outburst in offense. But last year and the years prior, it was almost felt like every night this team would freaking explode. So if they had done that more with how good their pitching has been, they would be the best team in baseball right now. But they got to just start hitting. You have to get DJ hitting. He had a couple knocks yesterday. I think he'll get going. You got to get Stan back. I mean, this is a joke. He's getting hurt all the time, but he's been producing, and we miss his bat right now. But now we need Judge. We need Judge to be playing. I just think it's a joke how he's not playing that much, and he's getting off tonight. It's like, why? It's like it literally Aaron Boone. It's like literally almost every other day he gives Aaron Judge an off day. It's like this guy is the biggest power bat in our lineup. We need him in the lineup almost every day. You can't if you're not gonna play him because you're worried about him getting hurt in right field and whatnot, just DH him. Stanton's out, Hicks is out. Who's playing DH right now? Just fucking DH the guy. He's your best hitter. So, and for a long time, I think it might still be this way. As of last week, every hitter, the only hitters that were hitting above 200 was LeMahieu, Judge, and one other guy. It might have been Torres. That was it. Everybody else was hitting below 200. So this team just hasn't hit yet. And they're starting to a little bit more when they got in Texas, but still not a lot. And they beat up on Baltimore a bit, but it's like they're not the same offensive team as last year. We need Judge in the lineup every day. I don't know how many times I have to stress that enough. It's ridiculous. I think we baby these players a little too much, especially with Stanton. But now that Stan's hurt, there's no excuse not to DH Judge. I don't know why we're giving Judge an off day when he had like 1 or 2 off days in Texas, and now we're giving him another off day when he just got back in the lineup yesterday and he pinch hit. Like, why are we giving him a consecutive off days? I don't understand it. It's like it's ridiculous. Is he too goddamn big? What is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that it's
DH
a lot of
him.
the reason is because unfortunately, I think I'm not trying to annoy anyone, but I think old athletes were.
Hold on. What? What's up? All right, thanks. Oh. Yeah, it's all right.
You want the air conditioning on? Hey, Lou.
What?
You want the air conditioning on?
It's fine. I don't care. Sorry, keep going. We'll cut that out.
I think that. So what I was going to say was, I think unfortunately athletes have gotten more soft throughout the year. So I think the league is more soft, and I think Aaron Boone, like you said, he babies him. I think I'm not saying Aaron Judge is soft, but I think that some athletes are. But I think he's just getting babied a little too much. I'd say the softest sport is probably the NBA, but but we're not doing our project on the NBA, but definitely the softest one is at the NBA. But yeah, I agree. Aaron Boone needs to let him play more, and Aaron Judge needs to play more, considering he's about to get a huge contract.
Yeah.
He wants to prove himself to get the big contract.
You school class? I mean, you doing anything?
Yeah.
Want to come over and pick up Ryan?
I can't.
Why?
I just I can't.
Looking out.
All right. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Wait, should we just end it here and be like, thank you for coming to Big Apple Baseball?
Yeah, you want to do the ending?
Yeah. So basically that was our first podcast. Thank you for coming to Big Apple Baseball. We appreciate it. Our next podcast will be probably next week. We're going to try to do at least one every week.
All right. See ya.
See ya.